Okay guys, today I have decided to start making videos on site issues and to give you people a brief introduction about what's usually happens on the site. So this is a simple construction site. You can see different kinds of equipment related to the excavation, right? And excavation is going on. In the meanwhile, you can see the tower cranes. The tower cranes are working, and the steel reinforcement and the concrete is being casting. So a lot of parallel activities are going on. So this is a typical construction site where you can find various activities going on side by side. Okay, here you can see a curved wall, reinforced concrete curved wall. So there are so many things that you need to consider, and there are inclined curved walls as well in this project. So I will show you in detail. Here you can see opening has left for some other purposes later on. As you can see, the concrete blocks have been delivered to the site and are ready to be used in the masonry construction. Okay, from here you can get some more detailed information. See the type of excavation, and please remember that the excavation angle always depend upon the type of soil. So here the strata is rock, so therefore they can excavate at a 90-degree. You can see the RC construction phases. Now I am going closer towards the construction site. You can see, as I mentioned, about the curved and inclined retaining walls. So here you need to consider the design of the formwork, and beneath the formwork are the scaffolding. The load is coming on the scaffolding, so you need to consider the design of the scaffolding. In this kind of walls, the lateral load, the vertical load, both need to transfer through the scaffolding to the ground. Okay, and this is construction, straight construction going on. These are the rebars coming out from the raft, and the color is brown because, you know, reinforcement when left for a time of 1 year, so the color will definitely change. But before casting further, they will definitely remove this layer. Another most important member, you can call it as a mezzanine slab, and you can see the amount of scaffolding used in the project. These all activities are going on. The formwork for the slab have been prepared, reinforcement have been the layout has been done, the reinforcement has been provided, and concrete need to be casted. On this side as well. So this is a curved and inclined retaining wall. Here you can again see the angle of the cut, which is the excavation is done at 90-degree, and it was done 1 or 2 years ago, and still it is the same. So as I told you, that depend upon the type of the soil. If it is a rock strata, then no issues. You can cut it at 90-degree depending upon the soil conditions and of course the groundwater table. So coming close to the scaffolding, now you can see that I am very much near. So always look for the signs. For example, here scaffold dismantle in progress. So always be careful that you cannot climb this scaffolding. However, as long as this scaffolding is concerned, so there should be a different tag. For example, from far you can see that it is a green one. Okay, so for the green color, it means that you can use it. These are the stairs that you can climb, and you can reach up to different levels. The stair should be tied with the scaffolding. Okay, The project emergency contact numbers are always provided on the site. Here, as you can see, that the firework and other things are in progress to install. For example, the electrical works. Here you can see the block, the masonry block, right? So the block work is continue at this portion inside. Now we are inside that structure. So you can see so much scaffolding here. Why there are so many scaffoldings? Because the mostly the work is for the slab work. The slab has not been completed yet, so the scaffolds or scaffolding is provided to complete the slab. So you can see the magnitude of the work. By the way, let me tell you, this project costs more than $1 billion US. Okay, so this is not a small project, it is a big project. Again, for this scaffold, as you can see the green tag, it means that this scaffold is safe to climb and you can work on it safely. Okay, now what is this? So it was decided in the project that epoxy will be applied on this block work. So here are the mock-ups that the epoxy should be like this. So these are the mock-up details that the wall will appear like this after the application of the epoxy. So as you can see that most of the work has been completed. The project is now in its final phase of completion. Slab is need to be done, and then the mechanical electrical thing. So from civil point of view, it is almost done. You can say 70 or 80%. Now this is the project drawing or the site drawing available on site. I gave you details about the type of activity, for example the staircases, that how it will go, and all other details. As you can see that these scaffolds and these blocks, so this means that the scaffolds are only for the block work, because the slab has been casted here. So these scaffolds are not for the slab. You can see the difference in this kind of scaffolding and the one that is used for the slab. See, this is to support the slab. So different types of scaffolds are used for different type of work requirements. Okay, so here you can see that masonry, the blocks have been laid in the first, second, third and fourth stage, and fifth, sixth and seventh is going on. Right, there is the column with the drop panel and supporting the slab. The column size is around 1 meter by 1 meter. So now you can imagine how huge structure it will be. And coming to the detailing of the formwork, so it depends upon the type of the structure. For example, if it is load bearing wall or not load bearing work. Sorry, I said formwork, it is not formwork, it's block work. Okay, so you can see that reinforcement has been provided at the specified locations, for example in that wall. Okay, and the stiffeners or the columns, you can say columns or stiffeners, or the vertical confining elements, they are also provided as per design. By the way, this wall is non-load bearing wall. Still, since its height will be huge, as you can see that one, so because of that it is reinforced. Here you can also see in the corner the confining element or the stiffener, whatever you use the term, or the column, some people call it column, or whatever the name is, but this is the detailing of the block work here. Okay, the hollow blocks are used. Here you can see that the confining element, the horizontal confining element or the beam element or the horizontal stiffener has been casted. This is a formwork. This is the opening, and they have been progressing just like this one. You can see this confining element has been casted already. So this beam or horizontal confining element or stiffener has been casted. This is another drawing available on site regarding the layout, what different details have to be provided at different locations. You can see the axis and all these notes, what represents what. And here are the details of the confining elements. For example, you can see the horizontal and vertical confining elements. So their steel is fixed here and then installed on site before pouring of the concrete. Here again the scaffolding for the slab. At this part the slab has been recently casted, so the scaffolding should be there for 15 days at least. There you can see the vertical confining element has been provided, and the toothing is also made in the block for a better bond between the concrete confining element and the block work. And here you will see this kind of circular element, right? So this is basically a pad, and you can see the reinforcement. Okay, let me show you the reinforcement details. For example, you can see this is the bar coming from the bottom. Okay, so it is ending over there, and this one is lapping it and continuing it to the other part. So basically this bar is coming out from the raft, and this bar is just to continue the bond between this bar and the opposite bar coming out from the raft to make this pad completely tied with the raft. Okay, so this is the reinforcement detailing here. These scaffold these elements will be removed. After that the concreting will be done. You can see the spacers. These are the spacers, right, to attain the clear spacing. And to give you example, this pad has already been casted, so you can see that this pad and this pad, so its final version will be this one. Okay, and now we are going this way. See the tags, and this element which has been casted, you can call it a pad or you can call it a plinth. It has been casted and the reinforcement has been continued for the future casting. And you can see the raft, part of raft has also been left for casting. So this is the point that I showed you from there where I was standing, right, and I showed you. These are the reinforcement details, as you can see, considering all the MEP requirements. So this part is not ready for the concreting, that's why you can see untidy, because they are using it as an access. As you can see here, this part is used as an access by the contractor, that's why it is stopped. Stopped means they are not casting concrete or progressing in this part. See the upstand or the part of the wall, as I told you before, the color, it is because of the moisture.